Hey there, what's up YouTubers? Francis again. Um, well, my life pattern has gotten quite messed up, at least for, for the most recent couple of days. I could not, fall asleep adequately until much later than 3 a.m. or something. So I've been derping around on the interweb before I go to sleep, and I of course I tend to do the usual daily thing, you know to please myself physically, if you know what I mean, if you know what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, and in fact I just yeah, I just switched off my computer, and I figured I should make another video to calm myself down, and also in the meantime trying to get my shit together. Not just producing contents for the sake of producing contents, and I haven't been making cold calls for maybe a week, since I got myself involved in plenty of other projects, other urgent projects I need to kind of accelerate in terms of the rate of processing. Yeah, I've also got some other incoming minor tasks from that friend of mine back in Australia. I need to translate some shite, some texts from in English to Mandarin Chinese, and I don't feel particularly confident in so doing. But nevertheless, since I promised to help him out, I must I must wrap up what I started. So yeah, so just all I can say for those minor tasks, all I can say to to that friend of mine and to you guys, to myself, is consider it done in terms of how I plan to deal with those shite. Yeah, pretty much as always, I'm gonna finish off what I started. So yeah, yeah, so for that you can count on me. Yeah. On the other hand, things pertaining to the COVID-19 shite in the city, in this city, seems to have cooled down, to have faded away a little bit. As my aunt managed to have acquired a pass, an entry pass into her own residential area, from the residential area in which my grandma and I are currently dwelling in. So yeah, so she's back there to dye her hair and spend some quality time with with my with another uncle of mine, of course being her husband. Yeah, so currently it's in this flat is just me and my grandma. It's just my my grandma and me. Yeah, so I'm feeling, somewhat, scared, or and worried that I might act on those intrusive thoughts. So yeah, that part, at the moment, worries me the most, as far as I can perceive and reckon. Um, and yeah, I haven't been reading many books recently, which means I have to find some time for myself to continue studying, to continue reading more and more, especially by reading aloud in order to overcome my stuttering, you know, a little bit further, if not much further. And yeah, thanks be to God, I got I I had someone to speak with in English. I suppose, yeah, that occurred last week or the week before last week, not so long ago, as far as I can, recall, So I talked for, yes, I spoke with Sigma for a little bit more than 2 hours, and I had myself, scolded by both of by both of my aunt and my grandma for you know for being a bit too noisy, at night, and and we exchanged, plenty of ideas and thoughts about, relocating to another country, how to make, how to take transformational steps in order to improve the overall quality of life, etc. And yeah, so um, yeah, yeah, in my books, in my dictionary, Sigma has some insights into, um, you know, how to live a relatively, decent and peaceful life. Since he's got his own, flat or place, I'm not sure about the type of, the accommodation, he said he wants to to provide me with once, or I should say, as soon as I made my way to Great Britain, and he, yes, he strongly advised against, booking and living in a hotel in Great Britain, in UK, especially in Manchester. At first glance, I thought, he came from somewhere in Scotland, but yeah, since he told me, he's from Manchester. Yeah, so I don't suppose, attaining a relatively decent, standard or quality of living in Manchester doesn't come quite cheap. For that, I do have made some, some preparations, some plans, by getting myself some books about, living in Great Britain. In fact, I have some, not a few books, but a couple of books. I got myself some PDF books about, sightseeing in Great Britain, and one book about, studying in Great Britain. But that book is, is written in Mandarin Chinese, which means that book may contain some biased, highly biased and outdated information. So I have to, I perceive that I have to keep an eye on those contingencies and whatnots. Yeah, and so yeah. On the other hand, I spent quite a boring and depressed, depressing Saturday for this week, since I didn't get up quite early, and I did not eat my lunch properly. I just ate a bit of biscuits, plus some bread. Yeah, and I did not have an adequate level of energy nor motivation to work a bit of overtime. But the client did not pay me, nor the company pays me any extra pays for working overtime, since considering such fact, I don't suppose I have to. So Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I don't suppose I should, but yes, I suppose I shall try my utmost best to get back on my feet ASAP tomorrow. So I suppose I just need to listen to some and watch some other soothing YouTube videos, and after that I suppose I shall listen to some I shall watch and listen to some SMR vids on YouTube before I go to bed and try to hibernate as early as I can. Yeah, and yeah, my aunt, yes, she said she scheduled, she is scheduled to return to my grandma tomorrow morning at around 7 a.m. Around 7 a.m. If my memory still serves. Yeah, but yeah, that's the best I can do in terms of short-term memory, short-term memorization processing. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I suppose I have talked enough in this video. I sincerely hope you are having a great day or a great night. Or at least I hope that you are enjoying a peaceful day. If not, I am willing to send you guys a bit of funds to support your living expenses. Well, I can also send you guys out there in Great Britain or in the States, and also back in Australia, some items, some daily daily necessities like instant ramen, bread, chocolate, and yeah, King James Version Bibles, so long as I can afford, a bulk of them. Yeah, but I suppose I can, at least for the moment. Yeah. In any event, please do let me know in case there is something I can do for you to alleviate your stress and suffering and pain, you know, and sorrows and loneliness. Yeah, so anyway, guys, I just, just for your extra information, I watched some nasty shite on the interweb today again, and so do not ever call me a saint or someone holy because I am not currently living a holy life, you know, nor a highly, spiritual life. Though I try to live a spiritual life, if not a holy life. You know, I try to make myself highly spiritual, if not holy. You know, I suppose that's currently the best I can do. But yeah, regardless, in any event, please do let me know by writing down your comments, below this video, and or you can hit me with a message, via my Discord server, in case there is something I can do for you, to make your life a bit easier and less painful. Anyway, guys, yeah, thank you very much again for watching and listening to this video. Stay safe, stay put, stay tuned, remain steadfast and faithful. If the Lord Almighty willing, I hope to see you guys in the next videos on YouTube again. Bye bye, take care, cheers, peace.